All right, let's move on to casting call. This is another news segment. Mr. Royal, would you like to explain to the audience?
Yes. Listen, some of you in the soft porn community may be familiar with what we call role reversal. And so what we do sometimes, we watch films. I know as a child when I was always like, first off, when I used to see people on TV, I'm like, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. Everybody that came on other than Sidney Poitier, Denzel, and Tom Hanks at the time, I was like, they might as well have me because the rest of this stuff is just a show. But as you grow up and realize there's other talented people out there, you still realize there is a show out there. But sometimes you say, man, I really love this movie, but I would really love to see this person in that character. Or like we call it, what we like to call it is the Last Action Hero effect, to where they had Sylvester Stallone playing Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator. So what we brought to you guys this season was we rewatched the films and we said, what would this film have been like if we added these characters in there? And so since I'm introducing the segment, I'll go ahead and start off because I got a badass combination that if I gave you a million years, there is no way you would have got this combination. No way.
Wait, let me guess. Who are the two people that you're replacing?
I have three.
Okay,
I'll tell you the three people. Okay, I'll tell you the three people I'm replacing right now. I am replacing David Ames' character. I am replacing Sophia's character, and I'm replacing Julie's character.
Okay, so first off, David Ames, of course, is replaced by Forrest Whitaker.
No, but I like it.
Could you imagine?
Oh, why the f*** did you keep f***ing with? He's gonna fuck you up, all right? I'm telling
It's
you.
a nightmare. Actually, you wouldn't be able to tell when he came back with the deformed face. There would be no distinction between.
I, Zuri, son of Gaku, leave him the f*** alone. Jesus Christ.
I don't got anybody else. I just want to. Forrest Whitaker plays also Jolie and Sophie as well.
All right. David Ames will be, because again, remember now, you just can't just say a person because, and we're not talking to you, but you can't just say a person, guys, just because it's your favorite actor. They have to still be able to pull off the same emotional tug and things of that nature. So
I would argue, to make this segment even more interesting, it doesn't just have to be that, but it could be something like, imagine how terrible it would be if it can go in any direction.
Yeah, we can go in there. I like
wherever
that.
we want to go.
I went in a positive direction for this one because.
So did I.
Okay, great. So 4. Oh, you know what? Let's go character by character then.
I only got one.
Okay, great. All right, so I'll go and then you go. All right, so for David Ames, Hugh Jackman.
Yeah,
I didn't ask if it's my choice because you're looking.
I wasn't approving or denying.
You just didn't think that was coming,
considering, thinking, yeah.
But not Wolverine Hugh Jackman. I'm talking about like the Prestige,
like Les Mis Hugh Jackman.
Like Hugh Jackman, yeah, man. He's the Prestige, mainly the Prestige Hugh Jackman. But you know,
I feel like he might be too humble. That would be my only. If I was sitting in the casting room with you, I'd be like, I'm not really believing his ego.
No, because then he couldn't have played Wolverine.
Wolverine, yeah, okay. I don't know enough about Wolverine to argue that.
I'll take it from there. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
All right, so I think the casting was perfect. I do have something I wanted to replace.
Jesus Christ,
but
no surprise. He thinks everything about the movie is perfect. Go ahead.
Tom Cruise, I mean, the casting, you have to give it to them.
Oh, yeah. I'll give him that. Yes.
They have gotten so much character development out of the way that didn't even have to be in the movie purely by making Tom Cruise David Ames.
Oh, yes.
Because we already identify him as like the perfect personification of someone who's driven by their ego. Mm-hmm. And this isn't saying that Tom Cruise are these things, but someone that's a star on his level that we've known since childhood, that's like lived in the spotlight his whole life.
Right.
It's just easy to put those characteristics on him where he's vain, he's all on the surface, and he's very self-assured, he's very confident.
Can I guess yours? Who'd you replace? I mean,
I replaced David Ames.
Did you go Christian Bale?
No, that would have been good though. I mean, there's literally, I think that needs to be one part of this segment is, could Christian Bale have done this? The answer will always be yes. And he would have looked the part. Would we have wanted Christian Bale to?
No, because he really would have killed that shit.
Yeah. I would say Denzel Washington. And my reason is, he was at his peak popularity in 2001. This is fresh off of Training Day.
Mm-hmm. My nigga.
So, and he's got that same kind of larger-than-life ego. You know, he literally just yelled in the middle of the streets, "I'm King Kong." Or, no, actually, he's better than King Kong.
King Kong ain't got shit on him.
Yeah, so that's
shot me in the ass, see?
I think that's an ego that could match Tom Cruise's, and he was also, like Tom Cruise, he has that good emotional range where he can go from, like, he's entertaining to watch get hysterical. The more emotional he gets, the more entertaining it is.
Well, by saying that, then you might as well say John David Washington could have done it too, because he really when we did this to Intended, he really was giving. Have you fucked my wife? Not yet.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to go be a badass and walk out of a kitchen. But yes, sir. So the other two connections I had, I'm sorry, the ones I would have replaced would have been for Penelope Cruz character, Julie. I would have done Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
I see you. I love doing this real time because you're processing as I'm saying and trying to put them into the character. And now here you go. This is going to go. Julie Giuliani, Gina Davis.
Wow.
Long Kiss Goodnight, Gina Davis.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I could see it. I can't. But Cameron Diaz just knocked it out of the park.
No, we'll get there later. Yeah, yes. She definitely did because let's talk about our scenes. But yeah, those.
I got a few. These are some real life casting calls that almost happened during the casting of the movie. So Kate Hudson turned down the role of Julie Gianni. Maggie Gyllenhaal was turned down for the role. Jared Leto auditioned for the role of Brian Shelby. That ultimately went to Jason Lee. Kurt Russell accepted his role without even reading the script. And Michael Keaton, Harrison Ford, and Alec Baldwin were all considered for the role.
Couldn't have seen Harrison Ford do it, but I can definitely see that. I can see Michael Keaton and just either Michael Keaton or Kurt Russell. Don't give me anybody else. And I just love seeing Kurt Russell in those surprise roles that we don't see. And I know we'll talk about it later, but he definitely knocked his the part too. He wasn't given much to work with, but even at the end when he does and what are your daughter's names? I'm real.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Why don't you subscribe? It'll last longer.